Hello, my name is Indigo Mudbhary, and I am an undergraduate at Brown University, concentrating in ethnic studies and history. I am currently writing a thesis about rural development in Nepal from 1990 to the present. Specifically, I am curious about how Nepali-led, non-governmental rural development organizations have labeled certain places and people in Nepal as remote. While remoteness is taken for granted as a neutral, objective, geographical term that describes mountainous, rural landscapes in Nepal, I argue that in the context of Nepali development, labeling a place as remote is actually a deeply political choice, one that often marginalizes along existing social hierarchies such as caste, class, ethnicity, and religion, alongside nation and nationalism. However, this marginalization can be difficult to see due to how remote is taken for granted as a neutral geographical term. In the first chapter of my thesis, I reveal how remoteness is a deeply inaccurate framework with which to portray rural life in Nepal, both past and present. In my second chapter, I demonstrate the specific ways in which rural development organizations benefit from strategic engagement with remoteness. I argue that remoteness is a powerful tool due to its ability to depoliticize and dehistoricize. It attributes the historical and political reasons for the persistence of marginalization in rural Nepal to being an inevitable consequence of the landscape. Remoteness as a developmental gaze also flattens local rural hierarchies by homogenizing all rural people as remote, ignoring the inequalities that exist on the local rural level. The ability of remoteness to depoliticize and dehistoricize is profoundly generative for these organizations because it allows them to maintain their neutrality as non-governmental organizations. My third chapter focuses on the material consequences of this discursive tactic. Operating within this framework of remoteness leads to poorly designed interventions that then justify subsequently poorly designed interventions, whose impacts on rural people range from daily inconvenience to displacement. My thesis ends with an epilogue that offers other ways of looking at rural Nepal than through the lens of remoteness. I draw on a lot of local folklore from oral histories I conducted this summer for the epilogue. In terms of the methods I used to make my argument, I conducted 51 structured ethnographic interviews with Nepalis working in the rural development sector, facilitated 2 large group interviews with people living in areas labeled as remote by the nonprofits that had engaged with them on various empowerment projects, and I carried out participant observation at a rural development NGO where I worked for approximately a month and a half. I also conducted a photo voice project with 16 middle school-aged children at a rural school in the Nuwakot district, which was closely partnered with the NGO where I worked. In terms of the next steps for my project, I have finished conducting the research and am now in the writing and synthesis stage. I am particularly continuing to refine my literature review as I aspire to connect my thesis to broader debates in subaltern studies, South Asian historiographies, and existing scholarship on other places considered remote throughout the globe. Being a fellow at the Cogut Institute has been deeply helpful in this regard, as I have been able to be in conversation with and to connect my work to that of other undergraduate students, graduate students, postdoctoral fellows, and faculty across disciplines.